San Francisco, California, one of the top tourist attractions in the world. Millions and millions of people visit. There's so much occult hidden in plain sight. While tourists are busy looking around, they don't see what's right in front of them. I'm going to break that down. Also, the supposed escape from Alcatraz. And everybody knows the supposed backstory of Alcatraz, with the escape of Frank Morse and the England brothers. What made me investigate and look into Alcatraz being a potential hoax, a fabrication, was this documentary I saw on History Channel. Here it is on YouTube. I'll include a link to this video in the description box. It's too long to play all the clips. But the bottom line is nothing more than a production with these two nephews. They're just basically actors. You're going to have to watch the documentary to see that. The staged phone calls, the meeting at the gravesite, the showing of postcards, their reactions, the way they speak, just doesn't pass the smell test as being legit concerned family members. So again, these two raising red flags made me look into this a little bit more with Alcatraz. Also knowing much of History Fabricated. What you see on History Channel, they love to promote the so-called elite, the Satanists that run this world. They love to promote their history that they created. They don't care about other events that just so happen to happen over time. It's their fabricated events that they want to spotlight. And the escape of Frank Morse and the England brothers, using dummy heads while they're supposedly sleeping, making their escape to the top of the prison block. Taking a look at some of these tools down here, these rudimentary tools, and they supposedly used an electrical device, basically putting together a bunch of scrap parts to drill through the concrete. Highly unlikely that this could have happened without the guards hearing or seeing this take place. And taking a look at these images of the supposed breakthrough, the concrete wall. Some more images of the dummy heads. This was released by the FBI. Close up again, how they broke through and they painted this panel supposedly using equipment, paints, and brushes that was supplied by other inmates. Here's the corridor between the cells. They supposedly broke through, made their escape. Sounds like a story because that's all that it is. And look at more of these images. Again, a close-up of the drill they used. Basically spare parts. I believe they said a vacuum. Part of a vacuum. Put this all together and drill through the wall. Highly unlikely. Understand, with the age of Alcatraz, sure the federal government wanted to close it down, but before doing so, they figured they would basically create this story, and they knew it would be part of history. Future tourist attraction. Understand, there's 1.4 million visitors to Alcatraz Island a year. At $31 a head, do the math. One thing that's a real red flag to me and to anyone that knows anything about the occult, take a look at the number of the pier these Alcatraz tours take off from. Out of all the piers, 1 through 45, it takes off from Pier 33. Of course, as I've mentioned many times, 33 being the highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And after this presentation, I'm going to include a video I previously made on the occult of the number 33 when it comes to history, when it comes to ritual, so people have a better grasp of what this is all about when it comes to the occult number 33 in Freemasonry. Better look. Again, Fort Mason, by the way. San Francisco, nothing more than a Masonic city. I'm going to point that out a little bit more. as the video goes along. Again, here is a bird's eye view of the San Francisco Bay and the piers. Understand, here's Pier 33. Again, this is where the boats take off the tour of Alcatraz. Out of all these piers are much closer. Takes off from here. And this is not by chance. This is by design. And color different than the other piers. More of a gray, and these are darker color. Here's a look at Pier 33. And look at the construction here. Very Masonic looking. With the arch. The view of Pier 33. Close up again, like I stated. The highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry is 33. Taking a look at this Freemasonic image. Of course, the pillars and the arch completely reminds me of the whole concept in front of Pier 33. Not the same, but very, very similar. Alcatraz Island here. Now, out of all the piers in San Francisco Bay, and they have a Halloween carnival, Satanic holiday, it's at Pier 33. Of course, this clown doing the Masonic sign of silence. It's not by coincidence, but by design. A view of Alcatraz from San Francisco. And of course, the cable car. Cable cars are still running to date in San Francisco. CC 33 with cable cars. Masonic cable car, basically. Their image. I'm taking a look here at the Bay Bridge. I'll get into that a little bit later, but here you see the Trans-American Pyramid. And this is from the official website. They call it the Trans-America Pyramid Center. Another image, Trans-American Tower or building. The cable car in front. A view of the, again, the Trans-American Pyramid. Alcatraz in the back. Sequoia Tower. Now, interesting enough, with the Freedom Tower in New York, on the East Coast, you have here in San Francisco, California, the Pyramid Building. They got their pyramids from coast to coast. They ruled this land, not only the U.S., the entire world. That's why there's pyramids all over the world. Not just in the U.S., all over the place. Taking a look at this flag in San Francisco, and you see the Masonic image, the coil here, this ribbon. You see the phoenix rising out of the fire, 100% Masonic. There's a reason for everything. They don't just throw this flag together on a whim. It's all design concept. Now understand, with the entire hoax psyop with escape with Alcatraz, so many movies have been made based on Alcatraz, the escape of Alcatraz. Besides the tourist money, all the money coming in through Hollywood movies. In this case, Alcatraz, the whole shocking story. This was a TV movie, many famous actors that were in it. Again, spotlighting their history that they created, their fabricated history, and of course, The Rock from 1996. All these famous actors. And of course, the most famous out of all the Alcatraz movies, starring Clint Eastwood from 1979, The Escape from Alcatraz. Of course, the dummy head from the movie itself, not the actual dummies used with the supposed breakout from Alcatraz. Of course, more recently, with J.J. Abrams with his TV series, based on Alcatraz, on Fox. Fox in numerology, as I stated many times, is 666. And this image of Anton LaVey, I'm sure this is right before his passing. Of course, the San Francisco Bay Bridge behind him. Of course, the founder of the Church of Satan based in San Francisco. He wrote the Satanic Bible, of course, as well. Taking a look at Anton LaVey and Peter Gilmore. What do you see here behind them? Satan wants you. Of course he wants you. He wants your soul. And these people are doing the devil's work. Peter Gilmore, of course, he's the high priest of the Satanic Church. Also, the image behind them is this swirl, the cult of the swirl, just like the Wizard of Oz with the yellow brick road where it swirls at the end, just like the Sega Dreamcast system, which is based upon the swirl as their logo. Taking a look at Anton LaVey's Church of Satan on California Street. It's very important to remember. In this dilapidated state, this is after he passed away. Here it is during the 60s, 70s era. Black House. And this image, Sammy Davis Jr. in the Church of Satan, with, of course, Anton LaVey and Michael Aquino. And this photo was taken right after Sammy Davis Jr. became an honorary warlock in the Church of Satan. That took place just south of San Francisco in San Carlos. Taking a look at City Hall in San Francisco. Again, the occult. Satanists do everything in opposition to the Bible. Of course, it states in the Bible how homosexuality is an abomination. That's why you have San Francisco, the city officials pushing homosexuality. Of course, the streets of San Francisco, you see the gay pride flag of nothing but a rainbow, stealing from God. That's what Satanists do. Create nothing but only steal. Now with this gay man, during a gay parade, notice he has a lightning bolt. Not sure if he knows the occultic meaning behind it, but the entire point of the lightning bolt, it represents Satan. It comes from Luke chapter 10, verse 18 in the Bible, where it states Jesus beheld Satan falling from heaven as lightning. Always the occult, hidden in plain sight. So basically, this lightning bolt is an image of Satan on his body. Like I've shown this image before, at a little bit different angle of the Masonic Center, the Masonic building here in San Francisco. The Masonic Square and Compass here. Interesting enough, it's on the same street as Anton LaVey's Satanic Church. The address in this building, this Masonic building, is 1111 California Street, 1111 basically. Now what's right across the street, in this Masonic building, you see the Grace Cathedral right across the street. Basically Masonic as well. You see them, this angle here in California Street, Grace Cathedral, Masonic building, basically one and the same. Got a close-up here. That image in front, tug of war, again good versus evil. Interesting enough, the occult of Bohemian Grove, which is not too far from San Francisco, California. That 1933 on there, of course, the 33 with the owl symbolism. Now, number 33 is in 1933. Interesting enough, it just so happens the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge began in 1933. Taking a look An actual image of the bridge, of course. Everybody's seen it. And here is Fort Mason. Interesting name. Of course, it revolves around Freemasonry. The arch. Symbolism. And now with the San Francisco Bay Bridge connecting to Oakland, was also, construction began in 1933, just like the Golden Gate. Golden Gate Bridge, here's the position of the Oakland Bay Bridge. Often confused, but they look very similar. Now, the occult with these bridges, first off, after the 1989 earthquake, during reconstruction of the portion that fell over, that basically collapsed, construction workers placed a troll on the side of the bridge. This is the newer troll. I'm going to show the older troll later, but I want to show the symbolism, of course. Trolls basically represent demons. The devil horns looks like a hammer, looks like a spike or a sickle. Look at those feet. Image above Golden Gate and the Bay Bridge connecting to Oakland, Alcatraz, and Angel Island. American building, that position. After construction of the new Bay Bridge, they placed a new troll under it. And you can see those feet with the satanic spiral, just like I showed with Anton LaVey against the wall behind his head. Their image of the troll. Interesting enough, on a side note, George Lucas, of course, another Freemason from the San Francisco area. He got the concept for his AT-ATs from these cranes in the Oakland, over in Oakland, Alameda section of the San Francisco Bay. Now I'm going to play a clip, basically a short documentary about the Bay Bridge troll. I find it pretty interesting, and all the symbolisms and hidden in plain sight occultic meanings you can hear the people say during the video presentation. And before playing the video, I want to show this image. This was the original troll on the original Bay Bridge. They took it out and replaced it with the newer one. Again, you see the horns, devil's tongue, 100% satanic. Supposedly, like the story goes, the construction workers, they did this on their own accord. It was not basically presented by the city to do this. I find that story highly unlikely. Why would they risk their job and place a troll without the permission of the higher-ups to do this? This is something the city wanted to do. It's all about symbolism, the Satanists that run this world, and the chain of command going all the way to the mayor and the city officials being told to place this troll. Now let's play the video.
The twin brother of the Bay Bridge troll has been on display at the Oakland Museum. Until September, when the new bridge opened, the original troll had been busy protecting the old east span. With the pending demolition of the Bay Bridge, the Toll Bridge Program Oversight Committee is making it possible for the original troll to be on display at the Oakland Museum.
The troll that you see here was a second troll that was made, and we are showing it as part of this fabulous exhibition called Above and Below, Stories from Our Changing Bay.
You just heard her say above and below. It all has to do with Satanism, with this image of the satanic goat god for the Masons, pointing above and below, as above, so below. So people will be watching that little short documentary and not understanding the concept of what that lady's saying. I'm going to show some more images. As above, so below. with Hollywood celebrities. Here with Jack Nicholson doing, again, the As Above, So Below. Madonna, of course. Quentin Tarantino, he mixes in the devil horns when he does it. Understand, to make it in Hollywood, you have to be one of them, a Satanist. If you're not a Mason, if you're not a Satanist, you have no chance in Hollywood, period. So all you people out there trying to make it into Hollywood, to break through and be a director, a producer, a writer, you won't make it unless you're a Satanic Freemason. That's how it works. Another puppet in the game with Lupe Fiasco. See the pyramid, anarchy symbol. This is Satanism in plain sight. A reflection of course, like I said, as above, so below. One last image before I continue the video with Britney Spears. As above, so below. People behind the scenes. They're all about the occult. Typical person in society will see this and not understand the entire concept. They don't understand the occult. This will just go right over their head. And now to continue with the video.
From our changing bay. But then with the opening of the new Bay Bridge and the removal of the old bridge, we had this opportunity to give a temporary home to the original troll.
Back in 1989, it was not a fun and whimsical time. Bill Rome, the designer, and then the ironworkers who installed the troll took advantage of that time to perform an absolutely rogue act. There was no permitting involved. There's no public funds, no environmental impact report, no scoping meeting.
Basically making an excuse. Pretty much all lies. They wanted this installed. They're doing this ceremony, basically a ceremony for their god Satan.
It was a completely rogue act, and in the end, we got the ultimate win-win situation where everybody had fun, nobody got hurt. The troll played its role as the protector of the bridge for the next 24 years.
The legend began with the troll's creator, Bill Rome, working alongside the ironworkers who would repair the damage from the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake, had been sculpting an earthquake god he called Satanic.
Earthquake god. So people might think what I'm saying is ridiculous when I refer to them as their god. They just stated themselves as a god. Take a listen again.
Sculpting an earthquake god he called Satanic.
So I had no idea what I was going to do. And this one was taking me almost that whole month. On the way home, I remembered an old childhood favorite, Billy Goat's Gruff. You know, he was a grumpy troll, but he took really good care of the bridge. One of the strongest features would be a sort of a dragon's face. I thought.
He mentioned goats and dragons. Of course, in the Bible, dragon refers to Satan. And of course, the goat refers to Baphomet, their goat god, the Masonic goat god.
That a dragon would scare away any impending earthquakes that might come along. I put goat horns on it in honor of Billy Goat's Gruff.
That's a lie. It's about Baphomet.
He's got webbed hands and feet.
Always with these Freemasons, false meanings to the actual meaning all the time. You hear it with singers, with their supposed lyrics that they created by people behind the scenes. They give false meanings for everything. That's what Masonry is all about. Deceiving.
So he's an aquatic Bay Bridge troll, so that, you know, he might have to go into the water and do repairs also. I measured him, and I thought he was 14 inches tall, 14 inches wide. It was reported in other places that it was 18 inches tall. And at the opening, I measured it, and I believe it was almost 19 inches. Well, trolls are shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters. How people cannot see what's taking place here. Basically referring to demons. People call them reptilians. Reptilians are nothing more than demons.
He's been in good hands with Caltrans. Now he's in good hands with the museum here.
Exhibit is here through February 24th. So we're here through the holidays. It's a great time to bring
folks that are from the Bay Area and really want to learn more, but also people coming from out of town.
In Oakland, Mark Jones reporting.
The occult in plain sight, Satanism in plain sight. And in conclusion, I'm going to play the clip showing the connection with Freemasonry and Satanism, and as well a clip with the connection with Pier 33, how it's connected to their hoax code with that number 33 of Freemasonry. George Washington, from the very beginning of the United States, listed as a Freemason and first president in that order. And that tells you the importance. It's all about Freemasonry to them. So it's all about, as I mentioned before, they don't mention Freemasonry in the public school system. You go to an average college graduate and you talk about Freemasonry, they'll have no clue what you're talking about. I've talked to people that claim they're very smart, very intelligent, and know what's taking place in this world, and I've asked them about Freemasonry, and they say, what is that? It's a perfect example of the deception that's taken place with the Masons that own and control this world. To understand the significance of the number 33 and the elite that run this world today, you have to go back in time. And that's to Mount Hermon. And this is the location that Lucifer and his fallen angels were thrown down to earth, which just so happens to be on the 33rd parallel. Now, to connecting the dots with the giants that were once in this land, not too far from Mount Hermon, understanding in the Bible how it mentions that there were giants in those days, and they're the offspring of the fallen angels and female humans. It's all mentioned in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. In Belbach, as you can see by the coordinates, on the 34th parallel, not too far off, as mentioned in Kings in the Bible, there were a tribe of giants in this location. And you can see the size of this man and the size of this stone block. Put into position, this weighs over 100 tons. No modern cranes of today can lift these up. Some more images of these stones created by and put in place by these giants, the offspring, again, like I've stated, of the fallen angels and female humans. Here's a quarry, and here's another block, an unused block that was used. These stones were moved over a mile away to this location of the Temple of Bacchus. Those giants eventually found their way and migrated to Egypt, and they're the true builders of those pyramids. See this large entranceway, the Temple of Horus. This was made for giants to walk through. Here's your typical doorway for normal-sized humans, and the one for the giants. These were the kings that ruled Egypt, and the Egyptians worshipped them, basically. They looked at them as gods. They were not Egyptian per se. By the way, they were not Egyptians. They just ended up in this land and were worshipped as gods. False gods. Now, with Christ being crucified at the age of 33, again, at number 30, that's part of ritual. Now, fast forward to today, and you see 311. This is a code for 33. Of course, 3 times 11 is 33. You see the double horns. You see that serpent, that snake on the shirt. Another image of the band 311 with this demonic look, this face paint, And of course, Saturn represents Satan. One of the band members from 311 has a shirt on that says Christianity is stupid. So you see the connection. And these are merely puppets of the elite that run this world, that control every aspect of society. They're just hired help. Puppets of Satan, pushing this satanic agenda, this anti-God, anti-Christ system that we live in. And of course, the highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry is 33. And you can see this 33-degree Mason with this symbol on his head. This world is ruled by symbols, not by laws, as Confucius stated. This is the symbol by Aleister Crowley for Baphomet. Again, on top of the cap. Here's an image of Albert Pike, a very famous Freemason, Southern general, the number 33. He stated that Lucifer is the true God. Again, the creator of the KKK, 11 being 33. Of course, they changed that C to a K so they can get that number 33. Bank of America as well, the red and blue, 11 equals 33. CNN, the PSYOP News Network. This is how far they go. They go out of their way to create the supposed number one news station on cable on the 33rd parallel. Walt Disney, who created, of course, Disneyland, 33-degree Freemason. And of course, this is how far they go. They went on their way to make Disneyland on the 33rd parallel. The alignment with the bloodline. Club 33, the duality, the black and white. In the world of duality, nothing is as it seems. That's the point of duality. And here's Mickey Mouse. Of course, MM equals 33. And the reason for the shape of Mickey Mouse's ears, of course, doesn't look nothing like a real mouse. So they get that number 3. Of course, there's Mickey Mouse, there's Minnie Mouse as well, that code 33. And another puppet of the elite is Marilyn Manson. Again, just like Mickey Mouse, MM33, Marilyn Manson, MM33. The Rancho Santa Fe mass suicide with the Heaven's Gate cult. It took place, as far as a ritual, on the 33rd parallel as well. The Pope, back in 1987, in April, the Pope made a visit to Tempe, Arizona, the Sun Devil Stadium. Find it funny, out of all the locations in the U.S., he picks Tempe, which just so happens to be on the 33rd parallel. Again, Sun Devil Stadium on the 33rd parallel. That says a lot. And right in plain sight, all these gullible followers have no clue that this man that they believe is a man of God is holding up the 666 sign. Like it says in the Bible, Satan deceives the whole world. Again, Pope. Exact date was September 14, 1987. Another famous PSYOP was in Roswell, New Mexico. And this was duping the light before the term was even coined. With the fake debris. Another PSYOP, like I said, in Roswell, New Mexico, on the 33rd parallel. This is how far they go out of their way to deceive the masses and do it with mockery and the side of the supposed crash right on the 33rd parallel. Now fast forward to today with El Chapo, who supposedly escaped from prison. Now this guy's nothing but, a paid shill, not a paid shill, but he's a paid operative. Basically a shill. But anyways, supposedly, he dug his way 33 feet, and his name just so happens to be 33 in Pythagorean numerology. So this whole news story with El Chapo versus Trump is nothing more than a psyop, divide and conquer news story. Both puppets of the elite playing to divide and conquer. Alex Jones, a very well-known puppet of the elite, throwing up the 666 hand sign. And Alex Jones' numerology is 33, just like El Chapo. This is a fictitious name, by the way. This is really Bill Hicks. And Alex Jones is just a character played by Bill Hicks. His fake voice, fake name, everything about him is fake. TV is just an illusion. Russell Brand, another fake truther. The number 33 tattooed on his wrist. Find that a very interesting location. With Christ being crucified near this location. The fake news story. Mars 1. 33 in 3 places in this article. 33, 33, 33 equals 666. It's all in the numbers. David Letterman retires after 33 years. Another ritual. TSA officer supposedly bled to death after 33 minutes. Another psyop in the world stage. Bill Gates, the logo, the Microsoft logo, 33. Always incorporating that number 33. It just so happens Bill Gates' name in numerology equals 33 as well. Matt Groening, a Freemason, the creator of The Simpsons, in the 33-cent store. Justin Timberlake, with the 2 girls wearing the number 3 and 3 equals 33. George Soros supposedly spent $33 million in bankrolling the demonstrators. Another psyop. O.J. Simpson, another divide and conquer news story. He killed no one. All fiction. Part of the divide and conquer, and of course, he gets 33 years in prison. All a psyop. This is just an actor. Before the trial, he was just an actor. I have a video on the subject showing how all those involved, the lawyers, attorneys, all actors, all currently, the ones that are alive are all working for Hollywood. Even the DA, Gil Garcetti, is currently working for Hollywood, making movies. Nothing but a sap, again, repeat image. Walt Disney. Bill Gates retiring after 33 years. Again, part of ritual. UN logo. Just so happens to have 33 sections with 33 right in the middle. By the way, this is flat Earth. This is mockery. This is how the Earth really is. We live on a flat plane, not a planet. This is how far the deception runs. Super Bowl with the 49ers versus the Ravens. The power outage was for 33 minutes. Nothing but a ritual. Same with this year's past Super Bowl being held in Phoenix Stadium. Again on the 33rd parallel. The local start time was 3:30. Again, part of ritual. Indy 500. 3 rows of cars, 11 cars deep, equals 33. Again, the elite own every aspect of her society. This famous image of Simpsons. And it relates to the towers, of course, which I'm going to demonstrate how 33 is incorporated with pretty much everything in society today with all news stories. These towers were constructed starting in 1968. They came down in 2001. That's 33 years. Tamar Rice, the psyop, supposedly happened at 3:30. Michael Slager, the cop that supposedly killed Walter Scott, was 33. Marilyn Monroe, trip 33. Of course, MM in Marilyn Monroe equals 33. The psyop plane crash, 33,000 feet up. Nothing but a hoax. Madonna and her gay marriages, 33 couples, another ritual. The 33 coal miners and the Phoenix capsule that saved them, again, ritual. The world's nothing but a stage. Marty McFly, MM equals 33. And the reason they picked him for this role, because his real name is Michael J. Fox. Fox is 666 in numerology. Columbine, Colorado equals 33. ABC equals 1, 2, 3. Willy Wonka, from 71 and 2005, that WW equals 33 as well. Just like with the WWE, you get that WWE with no E in the logo. The reason they don't have that E is so they have that 33 when you turn it sideways. Again, with WWE, you turn that sideways to get the 33. Understand, Vince McMahon and all the big wigs you see on TV, they're all connected Masons. They're in the know. They wouldn't have a position in TV unless they were connected to those that run this world in some way or fashion. Taking a look at the WWE action figure line. Again, you have the WWE, which equals 33. The elite, referring to the elite that run this world, in 33. But basically, you have 33, 33, the elite. It's all coded. As well as Wonder Woman, WW. Turn that sideways, you get 33. Just like Mad Max. An interesting side note, the 2 lightning bolts, that's also from the Bible, from Luke chapter 10, verse 18, where Jesus beheld Satan falling from heaven as lightning. So everything is about symbolism with the elite. There's another lightning bolt. That's actually 3 lightning bolts. 1, 2, 3. And other characters, fictitious characters, with the MM, just like Mad Max. There's Mork and Mindy. Like I said, Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Manson. I mean, the list goes on and on. Michael Myers. You know, it's just non-stop. Mindy Moore. Many characters with that. Fictitious characters with those initials for that very reason. Now with the latest PSYOP with Clinton Correctional Facility, again, numerology, that C equals a 3. So you got CC, that's 33. There's always that number. With every PSYOP, there's going to be that number 33 hidden in some way. In some ways, it's not going to be so obvious, just like in this case. Another example of the use of that CC equaling 33 with CC DeVille, which basically means 33 devil. His real name was Bruce Johannesson. Another puppet of the elite. Rebel spirit. The rebel spirit equals Satan. Now here's a very interesting album cover, which I haven't seen anybody else cover before. Of course, you get the Culture Club with Boy George. The CC is highlighted in red. You get the plain symbolism on this outfit. You have the hand over the chest, which is a reference to Freemasonry. You have the airplane, just like the outfit. And this album is called The Hits Collection, referring to this plane hitting the towers. And CC Music Factory, which is nothing more than 33 Music Factory. And I find this logo by Chanel very interesting. Multiple symbolism. You got the CC equal 33. You got the black and white, which is duality, where nothing appears as it seems. And right here in the middle, you got the female part. So you got triple symbolism with this one logo. And to finish off, the biggest lie of them all, with evolution, you got that number 33 hidden in plain sight. So again, 33 rules this world as far as psyops, the hoaxes and psyops, ritual. That's the elite's number 33.